Hello, welcome to Frickin' Jeep. My name is John, and I'm gonna try to whittle a little bit off of this thing. I'm trying to make some benches to go to up to the Hope event, and maybe some people want to get them and donate the money for them that they would normally pay for them to the Hope, whatever that is. So that's what I'm shooting here today. I got to start up the sawmill, and I guess I should have started that before I did anything. A little rainy this earlier today, and I'm not really in a real, I'm just kind of in a lackadaisical lope along at a slow rate of speed mood. So that's where I'm at today. So I'm not in any hurry, but I would like to get it. This thing's we measured it the other day. I don't even remember what it is. You guys can look back at another video. I guess I think it's 28 inches wide on the small end. So put your ears on. I'm going to do something. I'm not sure whether it's right or not, but I'm going to whittle on it. The first cut will be kind of slow. Going to be at 25. Remember where you're at. I think that's the right spot. Take long for my plans to change. I can't get through there in one cut, so I got to turn it down onto the flat because I want a 3.5 plank, so I'll bring it back a little bit. I got to get rid of that slab too. Well guys, all I did is rolled it. Can you tell? 290 degrees. Now I turned it around. I rolled it 4 times and landed up on top. It was like a roulette wheel. Nah. Anyhow, sometimes they're big like this and I don't feel like rolling them out and trying to get them leveled. So I put the level on it. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm close enough to get something out of it because I'm just making giveaway benches and they're a rough course anyway. So I'm going to put all this stuff away. I got rid of my slab wood. Be back in a bit. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it all the way through. Like I said, you probably couldn't hear me. I wasn't sure whether I was going to make it all the way through. I kind of thought it was going to be close. It was pretty good, pretty close. When you have a this lip up here, you got to get rid of that lip if it falls on one of these heads. And I think I might be beyond it where it's not going to hit it. I'm not sure, but I think I'll probably nip it off anyway. I'll get the chainsaw out. I'm going to cut the slab wood up. I had a helper. Neighbor Jim came down and he said I had an altitude problem. I go, yeah, I ain't high enough. Yeah, I'm kind of only half-assed today, so we'll be back a little bit when I get the slab wood out of here, get that piece cut off, and ready to chomp another bite. We'll see you in a bit. All right, we got it ready to go. I should be almost within my range, so we'll be back in a bit. Well, hoping to get a boom out of this. They roll back easy. It's where it's kind of balanced right now. But if we get a boom, I know you guys got to see it. I did got the carriage tied down. I don't even know what I did with a stick. I got to go back a little bit further. All right, let's see if we can't get some kind of noise out of it. And I'm not even using the big cant hook. Might. So it ain't all that hard. So after I get it all set up, I got the slab wood out of there. I'll bring you back in a minute or two. I got to see where it's at and know what I'm going to measure, which I don't know what I'm doing, and be back in a little bit. Well, you know, I only got a minute in there. I guess I'll let you guys suffer with a little bit more of useless nonsense. Take the strap on off. That's an insurance policy. What are we at? We're at 26. And somebody asked if I had to dog it down. You probably don't have to dog it down, but there's so much vibration, push, and horsepower, it's best to dog it down. And it's a little off in the back by, I don't know, it's a 1/4 inch off the back. I could probably do better if I wanted, but I don't care. I just don't care, guys. It's giveaway workbenches. If one's a little bit shorter than the other, I think we'll take it at 23 and see what we come up with. We'll pull this one back to get it out of the way. This is going to be that's why one of the reasons I don't mess with logs this short. You can't just go like that. So what I'll do, in case I pull another board, you know, I'll put this way and pull it out a little bit. This is just going to be for side rails on that wood box down there. Alright, well, I'm going to start the engine and gnaw on it a little bit more. I think I got everything ready to go. Probably don't. Put your ears on. going pretty bored. We'll bring you back in a minute. That's going to make somebody a really nice bench, but it's 22 inches that way. So we'll have one bench. I just rolled it off down to the side over there. 22 inches, live edge, front and back. Then we're going to flop this down and start getting it back to a normal bench width. So up here, let's see, once I get into it, I got you off the stand too. We're now we're down to 18 inches. Once we flip it down and cut some off of it, we're going to cut some normal size benches off of this, so there's more to give away up there too. Pretty piece of wood though. That's kind of what I wanted to bring you in on. That is a real pretty piece of wood, and got a hole on the other side, remember? We'll be back in a bit. See, then you can't see what you're looking at. You kind of got to guess. I hope you're sitting there. Well, we got it back, got it this, got it that. Now I'm going to try to flip it with Old Yeller. The trouble is it gets up so high you can't get to it. And I'd like to be pushing it in, but I can't right now. And you're going to hear a good boom. Well, I thought you'd hear a good boom. Maybe not. That wasn't too hateful, was it? It wasn't as exciting as I thought it was going to be. Now's when I need to get Buford out. It came off it's beyond the head block on the other side. That's always not good. I'm sure that's what it is. People don't mess with little junkers like this. No, I'm on head block. It ought to go in. I'll get Buford out. It's a little more handy. That's why people don't mess with.
I was going to pry on this one and you get to the other one.
Well, there ain't much to pry on. You can still pry on that one if you want. Don't bring out Buford. People know about Buford. When nothing wants to do nothing right, you bring him out. See what we can do here. Look at that. Buford, you stuck? I get it. There you go. That thing's right heavy. Here it is. I think. Look at that. Old geezer wrestling a bigger log than he should be wrestling. But you know, I really haven't overdone anything yet. Yet. It's still a healthy chunk of wood. I thought it was going to boom, but it didn't boom because it didn't crash on the actual bed of the sawmill. But it didn't come off the carrier didn't come off the trash.
The other end needs to go in.
What's that? Oh, yeah. As long as it's behind there, then it comes in. And I'll still bolt it down, even though I probably don't need to. It probably won't go anyplace. So what I'll do now is take a face cut. Did kind of burr it up. Somebody's gonna get a splinter in their butt.
Well, I'll do one more with him.
Okay, I gotta start. You guys are still with me here, aren't you? Sure hope you are. Yeah, see, it didn't take that much for the old geezer to get it down. That'll make a nice live edge slab too. First you gotta take a face cut and clean it up. Because remember that little bit of an angle that I had? It'll get rid of that. That's the trouble with it where it's at. You know, when you're... Sorry about that, guys. Forgot to turn the camera. I don't know if you caught it there. It did real nice. But when you're sawing a log, you got a couple things to pay attention to, and the log is number one. So when I forget it, or Mark forgets it, or anybody that's videoing and they don't have a helper that's doing it, it's just the way it is, guys. So now I got to roll this back and turn it down again. And I forgot to roll it back like a big dummy. Forgot to roll it back.
Where do you want this?
It'll just stay there. I'll stack it on the top. We'll take it down there. I'm gonna roll you around. You're gonna be on the camera.
I've done worse.
You done worse?
Yeah.
You've probably been on so many TV shows. Most Wanted. Yeah. Did you see this face?
You know, I could have done that.
Well, you could have. We're gonna roll it down. I'm gonna get on the other side. We're gonna stick it right on top of this one. How's that? Of course, I can't reach it.
You switch with it, or just go?
Just set it up there. You ready? They're not all that hateful. That's a nice bench. All right, I got to roll this one back and flip it down. I'll bring you guys back when I'm ready to take another slice off of it, and hopefully we'll be smart enough to turn the camera on. Or turn the camera, period. Be back in a bit. Should get 4 more benches out of this. Oh, well. There you go. 4. And I got the camera turned on. this far. We gotta turn this noise off. made it this far. Nice selection of benches. Some good ones. That one's got a little bit of hard in it. This one here's got a little bit of hard in it, but it gives it some, what do you call it? Ambiance? No, that ain't the right word. Character. Anyhow, I'm going to get these down, so you guys saw them all come off. Leave a comment down the bottom which one you think is the best one. These are, I think these are running 11.5 inches down to 22, and whew, the old man's wore out. So, I hope to see you at the Hope event. Hope you pick out a bench and give them a big donation. We'll see you later now. Bye-bye.